Hey guys, I have a joke today for you, courtesy of Brian E. Pratt. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? Because he had no guts. Hey guys, I know this might be hard to imagine, but imagine that you disagreed with somebody about something. Anything. Can you think of it? School is starting soon, and it's an exciting time to make new friends and learn about new people. Now, of course, some people we meet might think differently about some things, whether it's your favorites, like your favorite movie, or maybe about how you dress or the kind of clothes you wear, or even, it's hard to believe, but some people might like rap music more than country music. Did you know that even the leaders in our Bible disagreed about things? I'm not sure if they had soccer teams back then, but I bet if they did, Moses and his brother Aaron probably cheered for two different teams and probably had fights about it. Today's story is focusing on Peter and Paul and the disagreement that they had. These were two guys who traveled all over and started a lot of churches and taught a lot about Jesus as the Messiah. But all humans can have opinions and beliefs that bump into each other. But we know as Jesus followers, these disagreements are not as important as the truth about Jesus' love. Jesus doesn't always expect us to agree, but he always challenges us to show love. We are the salt and the light here on earth, which means that we are Jesus' messengers. We are the messengers of Jesus' love here on earth, and so how we treat people becomes our message of Jesus' love to them. So we're all pretty pumped right now about watching the Canucks, right? Well, today's Thursday morning, and so far, so good. Now, what if you met another kid who was cheering for Las Vegas? And every time Vegas scored, that person, he or she, would be super pumped. But we know that you could still be friends with them, right? It might be kind of annoying if you're watching a game together, but it would be silly to think that you couldn't be friends with the person just because they cheered for a different hockey team. Even if they didn't like hockey at all, we know that you could still be friends and you could find things that you both enjoy to do together. But as the differences grow, it can become more complicated, right? If they speak a different language, friendship is still possible, but it can become more tricky. But what if, say this person was afraid of hair, like deathly afraid of hair, and you didn't really want to shave off all your hair? Friendship with that person might be kind of complicated. And you might just decide that it's better if we find other people to hang out with. I'll go hang out with people that have hair, and this other person could go find people who don't have hair, maybe like a certain pastor we all know. But even if you're not going to hang out together, you both know that you're both children of God and you're both loved by God, and you could send them a Christmas card of you wearing a hat. So this is kind of what happened with Peter and Paul. They disagreed on who they should be teaching to, and they even disagreed on some issues about how to be a Christian. But in the end, they both knew that they were both covered by God's grace, and they didn't need to work side by side all the time, that they could go their separate ways and both be a part of bringing God's kingdom to earth. So this is my prayer for you guys when you go back to school and you start up your sports teams again, that as you make new friends and you come up against things that you disagree on, that you can still see that person as a child of God and you can find ways to hang out together and really enjoy each other. But if not, send them a Christmas card. Sunday school this week, we're continuing on in our Proverbs series, so go back to the description box for the links to episode 4. See you next time, guys.